Our Vote 2024 coverage continues with retired political science professor and frequent ABC 12 contributor Paul Rozycki. Thank you, Paul, for sticking around. Yeah. So, of course, the presidential election top of mind
it dominates the news all over the place. It's not the only race around.
That's right. Here in Michigan, you know, we have a hotly contested race for that 8th congressional seat.
That's right.
We saw Dan Kildee casting his ballot earlier today.
Not to see the Kildee name on the ballot from 1962 on. There's always been a Kildee name on the ballot.
Yeah, what has that Kildee name very quickly meant to politics in this community since 1962?
It's an institution. I mean, frankly, we saw the Kildee name, and the green and black signs were kind of standard around the county, and they got elected essentially every time for the last almost 60 years.
Well, let's take a look at that race now. It's the congressional race for the 8th district, which is what Kildee represented. And running in that race, we have McDonald, Rivet, and Paul Junge.
Right.
And I think we actually have, we have some numbers here from a 538 poll per ABC. It looks like McDonald, Rivet polling at 48%, while Junge has 46%. What are your thoughts on that race?
One thought I have in terms of her advantage is the fact she has been able to reach across someone like Harris has to try and get some independents and Republicans because of her background in some national security issues and things of that nature. She's been able to pull in some Republican votes along the way. That's probably why she's got the edge right now. And the 8th district has gone Democratic without exception for almost 60 years. So. Yeah.
Again, but that redistricting added a few more Republican areas.
It has changed a lot over the years.
Yeah.
But ironically, the last Republican was Don Riegel in the late 1960s, who changed parties later and became a Democrat.
Yeah.
But for a few years, that was the last time that area, defined in various ways, went Republican at all. So but again, it's a close race, no matter how you cut it.
Right, and we have another graphic here of another poll from 538, and it is the Lisa Slotkin and Rogers poll running for that seat being left vacant by Debbie Stabenow. So very quickly, tell us what you think about this poll. Mike Rogers behind Alyssa Slotkin, 47 to 42%, a little more wiggle room there.
Yeah, substantial. Assuming that's accurate, that's a substantial margin. Again, Slotkin has reached out very well on her national security credentials to independents and Republicans, and the issues about Rogers not living in Michigan has kind of hurt his campaign in some ways. So he's run before unsuccessfully in various ways, but all things considered, the fact is that it looks like Slotkin's got the edge there at the moment. Again, polls can be wrong. We'll see how things come out tonight.
All right, Paul, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I'm looking forward to talking to you post-election for our post-election.
We always have good conversations about these kind of things.
Yes, a wrap up. Thanks for joining us today here on News Hour at Noon.
Good to be here.